Turn my music up. Real spit, talking shit. Talking shit, real spit in this bitch. Hey. Real spit. We in this bitch. Hey. This shit is raw.
Right, fire.
Hey.
Album coming soon. I'm not doing it with you.
Hey. Hold up.
What's up? This is Tay Marie.
And this is Jay.
And this is Real Spit. Today we got some people on here.
We got the boys.
We got the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts. What's up, y'all?
What's going on? What's
How
happening?
y'all
What's
feeling?
happening?
How y'all
Hola.
feeling?
Feeling good, feeling good.
Okay.
Good.
Well, I'm going to take it to you, Monica. What we talking about today?
Okay, today the first thing I wanted to talk about was the old Kanye versus the new Kanye.
Okay.
Now I've seen some videos of the new Kanye.
Where this come from? Where this topic?
This topic came from, I was on the gram and I was looking at old stuff from like his Jesus Walk days, late registration, and I was just seeing how, dang, he really completely different from how he was then to versus now. Now he just out here in the field doing impromptu churches on
I
Sunday.
ain't gonna lie, that church, it was kind of dope though. I ain't
That
gonna lie.
church lit.
I mean, it was, but it low key looked like
They
a
had me at
cult.
home,
Like,
walking across the floor and shit.
it
You was
kinda
at home
looked like-
walking on water.
Yeah, I was.
Put some water
I was
on the
sitting-
floor.
I was at home like,
Mm.
All right, can I look, fuck it. Can we just do it? Can we right off the bat?
Fuck it.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Don't ask us on if you don't want it. This is something that I don't think my black sisters understand.
Mm-hmm.
White pussy will fuck you up. Okay.
Well,
Why-
fuck it. Let's get into it.
That's pretty much what I was thinking when they brought it up was two things. It was that he kicking it with the white chick now with Kim Kardashian, and then it's just the money too.
Yeah.
Some people, you get a whole bunch of money and it's going to completely change you.
Yeah, dude.
is it just me? But when niggas get money, they start dressing weird and shit.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it's just whole persona.
Because let's keep it
just
real, his
changed.
clothes is ugly.
Very much so.
Like, I mean, like even look at even some cats in the NBA. Like y'all niggas got money all of a sudden, and then now y'all just come walking in looking just. It gotta be
They
some
try
type
too
of
hard.
gimmick or something.
Yeah.
There's something going on, cause especially too like the pictures with him in the White House and he just smiling with that mega hat on. Like every time I look at him smiling, he look like he just like.
I'm
drunk
happy to be
or
here.
something. Like, no, like he sound like I'm here for you, Trump. Like you know,
You know, everybody was
with him.
like everybody was saying that that Gucci was cloned. It's almost like Kanye got a clone out there right now.
Yeah.
I believe
Cause
that.
the church Kanye and the Trump White House Kanye don't be looking the same to me.
Mm-mm.
He just looked completely different from how he was when he was out here Jesus walking it. Like, he ain't got no life in his eyes.
I think honestly, when you're an artist,
Yeah.
I think those first couple projects, normally it's that first one, but the first couple, you like getting out a lifetime worth of creative energy,
Mm-hmm.
and then
So you going your hardest?
yeah, so then you gotta like conjure up some sort of fucking something.
It's almost like you got to reinvent yourself
Yeah.
after you do them first couple 2 to 3
Yeah.
projects or whatever.
Exa-
To kind of keep it going or keep the sound fresh and new.
It's a therapy because you're right. It's a therapy session.
Mhm.
Like that
Yeah.
first couple albums. Like what was it? College Dropout.
College Dropout,
And
then late registration,
So even what was Graduation?
and then
Was the other one?
graduation
Yeah.
was good.
Oh, his first 3. But like I feel like he was getting all this shit out. But once you get your shit out,
It's like, okay.
what's next?
Gotta do
White
something
pussy.
different.
White pussy.
Yep. Now
You know
he's
what
talking
you-
about his
Oh,
every
Lord.
day.
How about your white pussy?
And you know what happened too? And this is another factor. Kanye, you know, like y'all was mentioning the albums where he was going, you know, he was Kanye.
Yeah.
He had some real tragic things happen to him while his after that, like losing his mom.
I agree.
Suddenly and different stuff. I think that he became the Kanye we see now when that happened. You
Yeah.
seen the transition start. You know, him going into that phase of just being kind of like, I don't really give a fuck about.
You know, I'd be forgetting about the fact that he had lost his mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he lost his mom tragically. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
on the surgery table.
Yeah,
Right?
she was getting cosmetic surgery, I think.
Mhm.
And then he married a
Something he
woman
was
that's
probably paying for.
always doing that.
So
Like,
I think that,
Dang.
but I do miss the old Kanye though. Actually, to be honest with y'all, I think the Kanye with the church, him sitting there on the thing doing his thing. That's the Kanye I remember though.
That's it.
Him being enthused about his music. He got to get back to the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he making music that he just absolutely love anymore. I think he just trying to show people how smart he is or how much better he can be at doing all these other things. And I just don't think he got the joy of making the music. It's like us sitting up here doing podcasts, and it's like, what you can get to a point where it's like you're just doing it
To do it.
just to do it. Yeah. Instead of being like, yo, man, I can't wait to get up there and talk on Sunday or whatever. I think he kind of at that point. And maybe, like you said, the Sunday thing for him now is just him being like, all right, it's just kind of refreshing.
It's
or
music.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just music. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of takes him back to how he was when he first came out, I think. Like, just artistically, like, he just be going, like, that's the happiest I've ever seen him when he on Sunday just going ham. And I'm just like, okay.
And
Get
it's another
through
thing.
that.
Another thing about artists too, though, that we got to be careful with is artists create, and then artists can't really give a fuck if you fuck with them. Artists just got to create, and I feel like Kanye also went through a stretch where he was wearing blonde hair and hobo clothes and shit, but he was just throwing shit up against the wall and figuring out what stick. But that's how you become Kanye. It was funny. I know this ain't got shit. Well, it kind of got shit to do with it. Putting them together. They was talking about that Old Town Road song and about how, you know, it was, I can't remember who it was. I don't want to lie. I don't know white music like that. Like Blink 182. Oh, somebody made a instrumental album, and that's where that song came from. Like, whoever Lil Nas X was, he said he looked through that, he heard that shit, came up with the concept for the song. His name is a blend of Lil Wayne, Nas, and DMX. It's just hip hop is, I'ma just take some shit from everywhere, figure this shit out, and he created a name and a song that is probably the most hip hop shit ever. It's corny, it got corny lyrics, but it's like, it is hip hop. It's hip hop. I'm gonna take this country beat, I'm gonna take these names from 3 different niggas. Back in the day, like, people don't understand hip hop started with, I'm gonna take an old album, I'm gonna take it, I like this break part right here, I'm gonna just keep scratching it up, record it, and make a whole song out of it. That's literally how this shit started, by taking other people's shit. And I feel like Kanye went through a stage for about 6-7 years where he was just creating weird albums with 808s and heartbreaks. It was literally just 808s and synths.
Love that album.
He was just creating.
Yeah. And then he did the one that was shit. What's the name of the one?
I'm about to say Dreams and Nightmares. That's Meek Mill.
Nah, that's Meek Mill.
Twisted Fantasy, that one.
No. That one was a dope album.
Yeah,
it was the one that was probably the one right after that one. The one that nobody really cares about. I ain't got my phone in my hand.
Yeah,
Like, I
you
just-
I think I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
yeah.
But you know what's crazy? You know what's also crazy? We having this convo. I feel like Kanye, the reason why I respect artists, I feel like every one of his albums somebody fuck with. Because if you about to go to the Life of Pablo,
oh yeah,
that was my favorite Kanye album.
What are you talking?
Yeah,
Right.
I know everybody,
I love
but
that
everybody didn't
album.
fuck with it. I wasn't necessarily a fan of 808s and Heartbreaks and then Twisted Fantasy shit. I wasn't a fan of that era of Kanye. But he gained like millions
the
of fans.
Yeezus album is what that's
Yeezus,
the one. That was the one that was
that
really
was a little off.
yeah.
It was a
But-
few bangers on that.
But
That
I
was weird.
actually found myself listening to that one a little bit more.
Mhm.
I guess the Life of Pablo wasn't bad or anything
Yeah.
like that. It's just
Jesus was the all silver, like mirror looking CD. with
yeah,
the I remember
yeah.
that. That's what niggas said. Y'all listen to CDs or y'all know what that is?
Yeah, it's how you still burn CDs. But no, I got a question though. So this is random. So do you feel like Get Out was based on his life?
I think I heard that somewhere, but I don't really think so.
I'm not a fan of this.
Uh,
I never heard that. They said it was a fan. They said it was something. It was like based on his life or something.
I mean,
it's like
Like
it's just like, cause Snoop Dogg said it one time on Instagram, and it kind of was just like, dang, like, because it was about a guy. He lost his mom in the movie too,
Yeah.
and he didn't do nothing about it. Which, when the lady was stirring, the cup with the spoon, that's what got him into the sunken place. Like, dang, she was like, you didn't do anything. Listen to the rain. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
and it's just like, he was saying that I think just reading the comments too, like, you know, you don't know. He don't really talk about his mom and how she died, and maybe even feeling like that was his fault. Like, you know, he paid for them surgeries, and then
Right.
it wasn't just one surgery; it was back-to-back surgeries.
Yeah.
So then, like, I don't know where he coming out with this disorder now, and
I think you can draw similarities between the two situations.
maybe to the point where it's just like, it may not be about Kanye, but it might be about something going on. Like, or this one meme I saw, like, when the guy, you know, did you see Get Out?
Yes.
Okay, you know,
never
when
saw that
they was
movie.
all,
You never saw it?
I never saw it.
What?
they was all in that one scene where they were basically bidding.
Yes.
They were bidding, and the guy, and then, you
The
know, the guy
silent
took a
auction.
picture of that black man, and he was like,
And the
"Get
flash-
out,
yeah,
get
the
out!" His
flash
nose
fucked him
started
up.
bleeding. He
Yeah.
started tripping, you know. And I seen a meme like, you know, that's why Kanye don't like the paparazzi, because he always tripping when they start flashing them cameras.
I think they reaching now with that one.
They
Yeah.
reaching it, but it was just like, dang, what if that's
I think.
true though?
I mean, I
That's
think
true.
I think it's more. I see where Snoop was going. I think it's more of a metaphor.
Yeah.
That, like, you ever like been having I did it last night. Like, I almost got in trouble. Not in trouble because I'm too grown to get in trouble. But as a dude, I cut hair, so I cut my hair and took a shower in the middle of the day. And your girl look at you like, "What the fuck is you?
What you doing this
Yeah,
in the
you
middle
know
of
what
the
the fuck
day?
is-
Randomly.
Niggas like, where you going? Nowhere, nigga. But you ever walk past a mirror and I just caught I needed a haircut. I had cut my hair since Tuesday. I had the widow's peak growing in and shit. It was getting real. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like the metaphor is like, whenever you get a picture taken and you on that fuck shit, you can see yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get a true representation of like, oh, I really got blonde hair with cuts in it, and I'm wearing a fucking ripped up T-shirt. You know what I'm saying?
It was wearing a
And
ripped
these
up blanket.
ripped up blanket. And them buddies that you charge a nigga $600 for.
The orthopedic shoes.
Fucking
Like a-
orthopedics.
Extra from Judge Dredd.
My daddy
Ooh,
got
Lord.
prescribed.
Yeah.
But he was saying, like, shoot, if Gucci and them can sell their clothes for
But
$1 and
you
a
know what?
dream,
Let's talk about this. I was gonna talk about this on our show. I'm gonna save some of it for the DMST podcast. I'm gonna save a little bit for it. Black people got to give me this though. Okay, you got to at least give me this. I need your shit to look good. I need it to taste good, and I need it to be good quality. I'm not buying your shit because you got the same skin color as me. I'm not doing it. Can
Yeah,
you give me some
'cause
good looking shit, please?
I agree because I do that with everybody. I'm not gonna just go buy
Yeah.
Gucci or something like that just because of the name that's on it. Like, it's got to look good.
Yeah.
And half the time you can get this. I know this sounds maybe because I'm older, but it's like you get shit that's either one just as comfortable, more comfortable than the shit you're gonna pay the $600, $700, $800 for, or it's gonna fit you the same or fit you better. If you just get some regular shit, like, I'm not gonna be the person. I've never been that person that's gonna throw out all that money for it. So I agree.
Just 'cause it's Gucci.
Yeah, it's got to look good. It's got to feel good. It's got to taste good. So I'm not going to do that. I do that for everybody. It ain't just black people. Like, I'm not just going to go to I'll try your restaurant because you black. I'll try your establishment because you black. But if I go and it's shitty, guess what?
I ain't going
I'm
back.
not coming
cuz.
back.
I ain't going back, right?
Yeah, that kind of jumps into something else I was thinking about because I saw a post on Instagram earlier in the week of just some rapper dude just Gucci
Oh,
down
God.
with money and just all these chains on them. And I'm just like, okay, are you investing this money? Or are
no.
you just buying stuff because it's in trend or this is what all the rappers or all the people, the rich people do? Like, are you just following the trend? You said you bought your mother a house, but did you really buy that house? Or are you renting it? Like, let me know. Are you setting your kids up?
Renting.
Right.
Majority of stuff they got on chains, rented,
Yeah.
sponsors saying wear my shit, clothes, wear my shit.
Mm-mm-mm.
You know, promote it. A lot of that stuff ain't even theirs.
And I'm gonna keep it 100. Go to. I gotta find the site again. I had it the other day. You can go and you can order fake money.
Yeah.
You can order fake money?
It looks exactly like real money, but it's fake money.
How much is this fraudulent money?
Right. Let me know.
I gotta pay $1 for each stack.
Pay
I'd
$1 for a million.
rather just go stack up 1,000.
Right.
Like, you can. It's called prop money. It's prop money
Yeah,
for
prop
TV and
They
film.
use it for
and
their
shit like
music
that.
videos
Yeah.
and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to find the price for it. I'm trying to give you a thing right now. Of course, it's in Atlanta. Of course. Niggas,
Of course.
it's probably next to a Dollar
Scammer.
General down there.
Talk about a Dollar General. Stop it.
Scabbers. That's where all the scabbers are
Piggly
born.
Wigglies.
Mhm.
Mhm.
New
Man,
style hundreds,
But they
$39,
snatched out there.
$45 a stack. Get 5 stacks or
Oh.
more, $39 each, $45 a stack. So the stacks is
I'm
of
about to
hundreds.
go. I'm about to go buy me a stack and go to the strip
No.
club.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's
you know what?
They're
Damn.
gonna beat my
That ain't a bad idea.
That
Or
is.
just buy,
I was
have,
flying down there
have
exclusively
some
tonight.
stats laying around.
man, they gonna be like, "Ooh, he got all the money. Go over
Yeah,
there."
That's all fake prop
Oh
money.
my god,
And
that
it-
really. This
and-
is the fake money.
Yeah, and they make it. It's not new. They make it weathered, so it look like niggas in
Dang, that look
been to
real.
Burlington.
Look at these blue faces.
like they done been to Burlington Coat Factory with the money.
I will pop it for Poppy too.
You know what I'm saying?
All
All that fake money.
But no, I could tell that 100 ain't real. Look at that.
But that be the thing, man. That
Yeah.
shit. You. But that's the thing, man. You know what I mean? That
Dude,
should be.
what?
But I'm just saying though, I'm like, why does material things equal success for people, for Black people
Because-
specifically?
because social media tell us that equals success.
Mhm.
Because those the pictures that everybody like on social media when they
Yeah.
flashing money or when they trying to prove that they traveling and doing all these other different things.
And it's just
That's
like
what
travel.
that's what people
Just do it.
that's what people make seem like that's like the dopest shit ever though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everybody got to stunt for the gram.
But one thing I did notice, like,
Mhm.
I don't know who I was talking to, but I was like, some people do travel, but they only have money to just go.
To get there
Yeah,
Right.
like,
and not
they
do
don't,
shit.
you know, like, a lot of people, I don't even know. I ain't even gonna say a name, but somebody
Fuck
went
that
down to down to Florida, and you at the mall. Like, even though no shade, like, we went to the mall when we went to Atlanta, but that's because it's not that we didn't have no money. We didn't plan it well. We didn't know what to go see in Atlanta. But
Mhm.
you know, y'all just out there going to the mall every day. Y'all doing things that y'all could be doing
You
at
could
home.
do at
Yeah.
home.
And that's my whole thing with traveling. Like, why would I pay this money to go travel and not do anything? Do something that I can do from the comfort of my city.
This is the thing. Let's break this down. Let's dissect it. There's not a whole lot of shit to do. So that's the traveling. Like, I want to go to Cape Town, South Africa.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to do some shit where we travel across the country. But I want to see sights. I want to go to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
I want to go to Yellowstone National Park.
Right.
That's really the only thing to really do. But we like they were saying, we live in this world where what you got to go get on some RV. I mean, some
The
ATVs.
ATVs, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Four-wheelers, yeah.
there's really not a whole lot of shit to do. You'll go to Papados for lunch.
We've been
You'll go
there.
to the compound and
Their
stand
food
around
is
while they play
excellent.
music all
Yeah.
day. It ain't like a lot of shit to do in these cities outside of clubbing and eating.
See,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
why I
Yeah.
always like to say that when we talk about sports stuff where people be like they don't want to play in a smaller market and stuff like that. It's like, but a city is a city. I understand that if you go to New York, you got more choices of more
Yeah, but it's
clubs,
the
or more
same
restaurants.
shit.
But at the end of the day, you still doing the same thing. You're either going to a club, you're going to a movie, you're going to a restaurant or something like that. And it's just so I agree, like you said, it's just you pretty much unless you're actually going to do some real sightseeing, you're going to see some stuff
Yeah.
you've never seen before, especially when you go out the country or
Yeah.
something like that. You are pretty much doing kind of a lot of the same things, but there is something still to be said for the fact that you actually got somewhere though. Went
Yeah.
somewhere.
This the thing.
Yeah.
My bad. I don't mean to bring too much male to y'all show. Too much male testosterone.
Oh, come on.
But we talked about it a little bit. We talked about it before.
Yeah.
On DMST, like the life is about experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like, I'm a sports fan. You know what I mean? I go to Browns games. Every year, but you go for the experience. You're gonna go and experience that first win in 2 years. You know what I mean? Like that is the life is really all about experiences. And once you start realizing how fleeting the bullshit experiences are,
Yeah.
the shit that riding that ATV don't really do shit.
Like that's cool, but okay.
It's cool, but have you ever been like at the Grand Canyon at sunset? That's
Right.
Niggas, show me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck a pop of those for lunch. Can you show me some beautiful shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You sitting on the banks of Pacific Ocean at sunrise, like nigga, you gotta experience some shit. You know what I mean? Like, have
I
you?
wanna see a volcano.
You know exactly. Have you been in?
I was there.
Have you been in the Rocky Mountains when the fog comes in? You know what I'm saying? Like some shit you ain't never really seen before. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's what life is. But I think it takes time. You got to go through some of that fleeting bullshit to realize this ain't really about nothing. Like this ain't. You got to go to Miami a couple times to be like, how many times we go to the fucking Fountain Blue?
Right, yeah.
I'm so.
Because that's what I'm been thinking. Like, man, you can't. People go to the same places, not knocking it, but it's just like, you know, even if I wanted to go somewhere out with people, oh, let's do Atlanta, let's do New York. Can we go to the West Coast for a minute? Can we?
That's my whole.
Let's go
thing.
get our passports. Let's go do something. Like,
I
I want to go see Africa too. Like,
I'm
you know, especially since I'm not now, but now I know that it's not just lions and dirt roads
It's like
out
it's
there.
stuff
like,
built up
it's
out there. Yeah,
beautiful.
it's actually
Like,
for real out there.
it's beautiful out there, man.
Cape Town is a city. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Like,
But
I
it
would
was-
love to.
I mean,
see.
I've had my passport for I forgot how many years now, but I don't have any stamps on it because I haven't gone. I haven't had to hop a flight to go somewhere. It's been like cruises and shit like that I've been on. But I'm trying to start getting some stuff on mine next year. It's just like Cape Town would be cool.
man, I love.
You know,
I'm trying to plan something for 2021. Just letting y'all know, man.
What's that? 2 years? No, what's that?
2 years.
19? That's cool. We're trying to do Italy next year.
Okay.
I would
See,
love
that's
that.
the place I would like to go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Me
saying, man. That's
too.
what it's
Forget the
about, man.
Miamis.
Yep.
Forget the
And
Atlanta.
that's the thing.
Let's
And when
go
you
see some Europe.
because the thing is,
Yeah.
it's experiences, man. Once you go to Fountain Blue once you go to Atlanta and do some shit, it's over because the human body responds to experiences. You
But
know
that's
what I'm
not to
saying?
say that we should say that it's wrong for wanting to still go to those places because I haven't been to Atlanta in some years now, but I love Atlanta.
I love Atlanta.
I can't lie, I love kicking in Atlanta.
Forever, I love it.
But if I had a choice to go do something different now or go back to Atlanta, I'm doing something different. I've been to Atlanta
Yeah.
4,
That's-
5,
yeah,
6,
that's all
8,
I'm
10
saying.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind going, but like if I'm planning a trip with some motherfuckers,
Yeah.
like I ain't never been to New Orleans. I saw one of our
Never been
homies
there either.
the other day. I'll tell you all about that. But I saw him.
Yeah, you know, that's
in
we'll
y'all
be out there
class,
in
and y'all
a
getting ready to
couple
go.
months.
I ain't never been
yeah.
to New Orleans.
I can't
So
wait.
I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to talk to y'all and see when y'all going, man. 'Cause I might like,
Roll, man.
I might hop
come
a
on
flight.
down.
Man.
We
I
gonna-
ain't
we
never
gonna-
been there.
The last week in
Want some
June.
gumbo.
Yeah.
All right.
Gumbo.
I want some gumbo.
And that's the experience that we talking about where it's just it's not. I know we gonna party, we gonna drink and stuff like that, but for me, it's just the experience, the culture of their food.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even a person that like to eat a lot of different things that I don't know, but down there, like I want some authentic gumbo. You know what I'm saying? I might try some crawfish. I ain't never had beignets before. I can't wait to have something like that or whatever. It's just I can't wait to do it.
I think I might hop a flight with y'all, boys. We'll talk about it.
But no, that's because when we did go to Atlanta, even though we didn't do everything, we did go to the Anne Frank Museum. And we tried
That was my
a whole
biggest
bunch of
thing.
seafood. Like,
That was my
They got a
biggest thing. I wanted
dope-
to do that museum.
They got a
thing.
dope African American museum down there in Atlanta
they?
on Auburn. It's
Which I
unreal.
haven't even went to yet.
we can go.
It's dope. They got a lot of shit down there.
We tried fried alligator.
It was good
It was
too.
good too. Like I'm like,
I'm gonna let y'all have that
rubbery
though.
chicken.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all
Yeah,
have that
that
one. I'm
though.
gonna give y'all some dead
Yeah.
airspace and
Hey, it
everything.
was free. It was free. He was like, "Y'all want to try
I'm
it?"
sure
We
it
was like,
was.
"Sure."
It was alligator and shit like that.
Well, see,
That's
okay,
a fried
so
mouse. They gave it to me for free. Yeah.
They got some toes in there. Y'all
Yeah,
want
yeah,
some of these fried toes?
They giving them away if y'all want some.
Free of charge.
Man, so that's the biggest thing that I
On the
want to do
house.
when I travel is just like go. I want to go view some art and shit because. Like, I don't care about the club. I don't care about throwing money. If I don't have to spend money, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like, or something I can, like, at least take a picture of or just be like, dang, I saw this. I feel good about that. I feel
Right.
cultured or something.
Right.
I just want to see California, just like I was telling Devin the other day, like, you know, even though I know the Nipsey stuff is real, it's just the fact that I never even been in no California air. It's like California is just so I feel
different.
like it's different, but it's just
Yeah.
like, is it real? Like, it's
Is
just
it real?
It seems like such a beautiful place.
We was talking about the other day. It's
like
a whole
paradise or
different world.
something?
It's a different
Yeah,
world.
like,
dog.
it's just like a paradise, an unknown paradise until you get there. Like, woo.
I guarantee you go to Cali, and I'm only speaking from people that I've talked to. I've never been. I will be there within the next couple of years.
Man, I gotta go.
But
Yeah.
I have people say, "Look, I did not want to come back."
Dog, I was 13 when I was talking the other day.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like we were talking about Times Square. It's like going to Times Square or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Once you walk into Times Square, you're like, where am I? Am
Man,
I like in
Times Square is
a
beautiful,
dome? Like,
especially
what
at
is
night.
this life? You know, it don't
Right.
seem real.
Yeah.
Like California just does not seem. It's so much different.
Yeah.
The openness, the palm trees. There's, we're used to like oak trees and shit, and it's just, and then the silhouette of the fucking mountains in the background. It's like, is this real? It don't
Yeah.
seem real.
I will agree
You
with
feel
that.
different, dog. No
I
doubt
will agree with
about
that. That blew my mind. I will say when I went to Vegas, and that's
The
right out there. I
openness
went
of it, yeah.
to see the whole Vegas surrounded by the mountains.
Yeah, it was.
That kind of blew my mind.
It's
I
weird.
ain't gonna lie.
It never goes away. It's like a picture in the background.
Right,
It
exactly,
never goes away.
exactly.
Because LA, you in the valley, so
Right.
it's like, I don't know. It's just weird, man.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's something I really want to experience. Like, I want to see that.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna have to learn how to crip walk or something.
Oh
Not
man,
That's
crip
just
walking.
that's my thing. Like that's what I've been trying to learn.
Like,
Oh no, I
can't crip
definitely,
walk in
I
LA
definitely
unless
want
you're a
to.
crip.
I
Yeah.
definitely want to drive through Compton. Like that. That's just.
I want to
I
drive
don't
to
know.
Compton.
I
As
want
a
to go
kid,
to
I
Brittany
really
Green
wish
in
I grew up
Chicago
up
when I
there.
go.
Pretty.
For real.
No, don't ride through Compton.
I want to ride through Compton
Okay.
though.
You want to be one for the people.
I heard it
Man,
looked
I
beautiful.
wanted to be a little gangster back in the day.
Oh my god, I heard it looked beautiful in Compton. Though.
Oh
They probably do.
It throw you off. They said it's like a beautiful city.
It probably is.
You know, so crazy. Compton would probably come to EC and be like,
Like, what-
"Damn."
That's nigga. That's like when I went to it when I
Damn.
lived in Atlanta. I'll never forget riding down Bankhead.
Yeah, man.
It looks like it looked like slave times. On
Yes.
like they slums look like
Yeah.
shacks.
It was
nigga.
like
ain't no running water in that fucking place. No
It's
way.
like it was like a part of like
They
the
still
first
got
the first time I went
outhouses.
out there into Atlanta, I stayed in East Point,
Yeah.
and
Used to work
it was
East
it was
East
funny
Burnt.
because
East
He's
burnt.
burnt.
oh yeah that's how they say it, yeah.
East burnt.
But it was so funny like hearing stuff that I only heard like the names of the different parts. It's like the only stuff I've heard like in Outcast songs and stuff like
Yeah.
that or whatever. But then you go out there and it's like you said, it's just you start looking around like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was living in the South.
I was like, for real,
Yeah.
this is the
It's
famous.
the filthy, nasty, dirty South. They don't be playing with
I'm
that
like,
because
wow. You
Nah.
go to other places in Atlanta, you're like, oh, this is really nice. It's beautiful. And
Yeah,
then you get
once
to,
you get to the
you bang
hood,
that
it's
right on
like,
Howell Mill. Come right
Woo!
downtown, go up north side, bang
Yep.
that right on Howell Mill Road, and good luck, cuz.
I'm like, okay.
We seen a
What's
we
going
fin-
on
we
here?
seen a 4-car crash.
Oh, you gonna see a car crash
I'm
every
like,
day
dang.
on every freeway going in every
Yeah.
direction.
Atlanta.
In Atlanta,
In the
yeah.
morning and the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
75 north south, 85 north south, 285, all of them.
285 is the one that loops, right?
Man.
Yeah.
Your 285 is a big circle.
Yeah.
You got 75, 85, and 20.
Yeah,
Mhm.
20.
Oh,
Yes.
20 is the one. It's only two rows, and it's like the 18-wheeler road.
Yep.
So you on the 2-lane highway, and it'd be like you and 17, 18-wheelers. So you go up the freeway. I'm like, dog, let me get off the freeway.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like they can't see me. They can't possibly see me.
So since we are talking about Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
let's dip. Okay, let me give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
Outcast versus
You better trick.
Migos.
Outcast.
Just on the base of late 90s, early 2000s to now. Like what, the music.
How
Let's
has it
talk about it.
changed?
How has it changed? What's the difference?
Tremendously.
Do you really want to do that?
Yeah, we doing this.
They
Well,
don't.
you wanna
You
go
going
down?
there?
I mean, I'll say it, but I mean, I know people that's younger ain't gonna agree, but they don't say shit. Outkast changed
You ain't
a whole
quiet.
sound
Mm-hmm.
when they
Man.
came in because music at the time when Outkast came in was nothing but West Coast and East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's that famous thing at the Source Awards when
Ooh.
Outkast won like album of the year, and they like, yo, the South got something to say and stuff like that.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
changed the sound of music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, now they done took it and ran with it. I appreciate the people like Migos stuff like that because they keep evolving it. You know, but Outkast was a trendsetter.
This is how I look at it, and I'm about to man it up again. I apologize because I always make comparisons, but it's like it kind of reminds me of sports or whatever. Like you were saying, and I get it because people gonna say, okay, they're pioneers or whatever, but music to me is different than a lot of other things. Meaning, you got to bring something to the table that sets you apart from other people in music. You have to. That's what music is. It's like business. It's like sports. Certain industries you can't be run of the mill. Like Amazon took over because they shutting down Toys R Us and shit. Like they changed the game. Toys R Us changed the game, but then Amazon changed that game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm running back around the sports in a second, but it's like with basketball. Niggas is like, the game is changing. No, Steph Curry changed it. And once he probably retire, it's going to be some 7-foot dude that's going to bring that shit right back the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are supposed to be shooting 30-foot shots and shit like that. But anyway, what I'm saying is, when you come into music, it's one thing to, like, perfect the style that you have or whatever. But if you don't contribute nothing new to the game, it's hard for me to show respect to you. You got to bring something new to the game. You got to bring something new to it. It's what Outkast did. It's what Bone Thugs and Harmony did. It's what 50 did. It's what a lot of different people did. You know what I mean? Big did. When he died, Jay-Z kept it going.
That's what Eminem did.
It's what Eminem did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not like, and the thing about it is, like, niggas can be like, oh, Biggie, but Biggie died. But Jay-Z picked up the baton from Biggie, and Jay-Z just had one of the dopest verses I ever heard in my life 2 days ago.
Yeah,
Just freestyle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
It's
the B-sides.
22 years later. 22 years after Biggie died, Jay-Z still having verses.
That will shame.
That'll shame anybody
That'll
out right
shame 95% of the younger artists
Music
out
is
there.
just different. So I got you got to fuck with the Migos and all this bullshit. It's fillers. It's like sports. Listen, LeBron and Kevin Durant are different animals. Yes, can all these other niggas hoop? Can Damian Lillard hit a 30-foot shot to win a series? Yeah. In a minute, that nigga gonna have to see Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And he gonna have to come to play. And can you beat Kevin Durant, my nigga, is the question. Are you better than LeBron? Are you better than Jordan? Are you better than... I start holding niggas, just being good to me in music is not enough. It's not enough.
But what's good, because these artists aren't.
Yeah, you can catch a bounce. Like, we talked about it earlier. The perfect shit to me is, I feel like these niggas are longevity versions of Old Town Road, where, like, they caught a bounce. He's probably never going to be heard from again.
Probably
not. Sure, he got his check.
Yeah, but he got a bounce. It's a bounce.
Yeah.
Music, like, I'm a basketball fan. See, that's the thing. I keep comparing it to sports, but I'm a fan. You can give me Middle Tennessee State versus Chattanooga, and I'll watch that shit.
Right.
Because it's basketball, nigga. And I love basketball. Like, you give me a song that sound good, will I listen to it? Yeah.
In the club.
Yeah. But if it's the Final Four,
Right. Exactly.
I bet you Tennessee Chattanooga ain't playing. It's probably going to be Duke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Probably looking at Golden State and Houston today at 3:30. Like, that's basketball. I just feel like certain niggas can rap. They can put words together. They can rhyme shit. They can sing a little bit with some auto-tune. They can ride a beat.
Dude.
Cool.
I think they're lazy.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And they're
That's
mumble
the perfect.
rappers.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Because I was getting ready to say,
They're just trying to make money.
Big Dev 216 right now. I could throw on the beat right now, and we can write down some verses and make a song.
And it'll be a hit.
That's what them
because
niggas did.
Everybody's standards are low now.
And they sound like everybody. Like, oh, I'm about to rap just like Lil Yachty.
Why?
Why?
Little
But
boat.
that's because he out here making it, so he about to mimic what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, like, you know, Outkast don't sound like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Exactly.
And they both
changed the
good
game.
as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
Bone Thugs and Harmony don't sound like Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they all make sense, but they all sound different.
And that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just that it's everybody got a rollaway hoop. I know I keep comparing it to sports and shit. Everybody got a rollaway hoop. So everybody can get a little jumper. Everybody got Fruity Loops in a laptop. So everybody can rap.
Yeah.
But who waking up at 4 in the morning, going to the park, perfecting their left hand dribble, making sure if a nigga give them body, they can get a left hand layup off. Who perfected a free throw shot? Who?
With that same analogy, it's like everybody got a laptop in Serato.
Yeah.
So anybody can anybody can DJ now. Anybody could
perfected-
technically quote unquote DJ because you can play a song.
But is you perfecting your craft?
But are you
crib?
doing it where that you can actually do something different than just push and play a little bit or something like that, or do you just, or it's the same concept.
I was watching DJ today. I'll tell y'all afterwards. Now I don't want to hate on him because it's hit a little close to home. Y'all see what I'm talking about. Nigga's terrible, man. I was watching some videos on YouTube. I mean on Instagram. The nigga's terrible, but I'll get y'all opinion. But no, that's the thing, man. Like, yeah, it's a lot of we're flooded with rappers, but still to this day, if we turned this off and God rest his soul, if they dropped the new Nipsey, because they say he was working on a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
If Kendrick dropped some shit, if Cole dropped as a surprise album, if Wayne come out with a new surprise album, if Drake dropped a surprise album, everybody gonna stop. Because the cream, we was talking about that shit last week, the cream always rises. It's gonna always rise. All these little niggas can keep hitting record on Fruity Loops. But when Drake drop an album, even though I'm not the biggest Drake fan in the world, he's still dope.
Yeah.
And the world gonna stop for about 8 hours while everybody
Or
get
2
their little
days.
time to listen.
Timeline's gonna be full of Drake.
But little Fluky can drop an album. Nobody knows except for little Fluky fan.
Talking about little fluky.
It's
Okay,
crazy.
so-
It's crazy, and because half the artists that's out now, I don't even know them.
Yeah.
And look, but
They all
I'm gonna
look
say
something.
this. I will give them credit in a sense as far as just trying to follow their dream or do what they do.
Yeah.
I'll give them that credit. But what I've always held my hat on as far as hip hop is talking about something.
Yeah.
You know, dude, when I'm gonna think about it, and when I say what I say, you'll be able to finish the verse. But we ain't gonna do it right now. Later on.
This the thing, and I'm sorry, y'all, but this is the thing with hip hop, and it annoys me.
I ain't no killer, but don't push me.
Revenge is
They're
like the sweetest joy next to getting
pussy.
Listen, this is the thing about hip hop, man. Like it got to. It's like they got to study these greats, not just like what you just said. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting pussy. It rhymes, it's catchy. He said pussy in it. Ooh,
Yeah.
But what he's saying is,
so
don't
real.
fuck with me.
Yeah.
Because I love getting back at niggas. I love it more than pussy. So don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Is what he's saying.
It's
But
going over
niggas
people's
don't-
heads.
It's going over
it was
niggas'
witty.
head. They not breaking it down.
It was him being dead ass about what he was
Seriously,
saying, but it was witty as fuck.
It was witty. He basically told a nigga dead ass. That's basically all
I'm
Pac
with the
said.
shits.
I'll
Fuck with
fuck
me
you
if
up
you
right
want
now,
to.
nigga. Like, don't play
Yeah.
with me. It's basically what he was saying. But like niggas will hear it and they'll be like, nigga get pussy, nigga revenge. No, that's not. Stop.
Right.
Stop trying to take his words and just make a song out of it. He meant something when he said the shit. Like, because hip hop has always been a report of it's a report back to the world for the voiceless. It's always that's the root of hip hop music is we got some shit going on over here. Don't nobody give a fuck about it. I'm about to say it in the creative, most wittiest way that you niggas give a fuck about the
Right.
struggles that we got going on. That's what hip hop is. It's not about bitches, money. It's about dancing as an art form, not as a fucking flag to say free pussy over here on aisle 9. Not that kind of dancing.
Right.
It's an expressive form of dancing. Like that's what it is. And niggas take it and they flip it. It's nothing wrong with what niggas is doing on its face. But when you break down what hip hop is, it annoys people.
Yeah.
Especially the niggas like my brothers who 12 and 13 years older than me, who was around when this shit first hit.
Yeah.
Like it annoys the fuck out of them. Cause now niggas just took the shit. You know what I mean? But whatever.
Okay, so my thing is, look at all the people that we've named from the 90s. Biggie,
Pac.
Tupac. Like, these names still hold so much weight. Nobody gonna know about
Lil
what's his
Fluky
name?
Fluke.
Yeah, like nobody gonna know about a Nas X or
Yeah.
Little Skies, Little people. I saw somebody named Little Skies. I'm like, who's this? Who is this man? Nobody gonna know about that. We still gonna talk about Kanye.
Yeah, we are. We gonna talk about Kanye.
he's out of his fucking mind. But he is an innovator. He's
Mhm.
creative as hell. He's very talented.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Mhm.
These new people, they not touching the old. They don't even know how to play the fucking tambourine.
But and my bad for but I don't think all the new people. I just think it's more new people. Like it's more niggas with hoops in their backyard now. So it's just more rappers.
Mhm.
It's still Kendricks and Cole
Cole.
and Dave East. It's still niggas out
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
Dave East.
That 20
That just-
years from now, niggas is gonna be like, nigga, that 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Niggas gonna be talking about that in 2034.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mad City.
yeah, people gonna be talking about, but it's that the Biggies and Pacs. It was an era in the '90s where you had to like get a record deal. You had to know a nigga with a studio who
Right.
could record and make tapes. You couldn't just go in your basement and come out with an album. It's just
Right.
more little niggas now, but it's still only 4 or 5 niggas that's really holding weight.
Yeah.
Okay, but we talking about the men. What about the women though?
They gotta change they. All right,
They gotta change their
gotta change
concepts.
You know what? I can't be mad because I feel like we at an age where we can accept them a lot more than we were in the '90s. I'm just waiting for that one. We almost had it with Rhapsody. If people don't know who Rhapsody is, go
Oh, I
check
know
out
what Rhapsody
Rhapsody.
is.
We almost had it with Rhapsody, but Cardi B just appealed to this thotty generation a lot more. I'm sorry.
Same way City
Yeah.
Girls does.
Same way City Girls. There's nothing wrong with it.
But I'm
That's-
gonna tell you who fire. You listen to her mixtapes. Young and May is fire.
Oh, Young and May
Oh
cold.
yeah,
She's
Yeah.
fire. I will put her up against
She
as
is.
far as freestyling.
You're right.
Like
I need a female who's just a. I know it's gonna sound fucked up.
I know where you're about to go.
Because I'm not saying just a female, meaning that she's not just a female, but the stronger lesbian women can kind of
just say it.
lean towards the male side. You know what I mean? Appeal to the male intellect a little bit more by doing,
right.
I got the pussy,
You
blah blah blah. This like she talking like a nigga talk.
Right.
I want a woman to just approach the world from a female's perspective on some dope shit.
Like a rapping Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
I don't
Rhapsody
think-
could have did it, and even if she was normal, Cardi could do it if
It's
she wanted
so
to.
crazy that you would bring her up. I was in the car on the way here, and I was listening to X Factor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, what the fuck, Lauren?
Yeah.
Like, what happened? Like, what? You was
The industry.
if she would have just, you know what? You're right. But I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, if she would still be hot right now.
Right
yeah,
now.
she would.
It's something about that industry, I tell you, because people they going out of their mind, they falling off. Like, you was it, you was hot.
There's something about
Where
it.
you
I
go?
don't know. I just the female artists these days. It's like they only got one thing to rap about. And it's just and it's their body and their looks and how wet they pussy is and stuff like that. And it's just like, all
We'll
right,
take your nigga.
it's like, all right, we get it. We get it. I mean, I was listening to somebody that's a local artist. She was rapping. I was listening to something online that she was doing, and that's the first thing that popped in my mind. I'm just like, yo, like, it ain't nothing else. Like we get mad
Pussy
when
so good, needed cash up that shit.
uh,
You know what I'm talking about?
I think
Pussy
I-
too good for these
Shout
lab
out to Ty
rats.
Bree.
My
so
bad.
but I was just in my head like that's all we got. I mean, like we get mad when if a nigga when we get mad at mumble rappers.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't talking about nothing. If all you could do is talk about drugs or something like that, we looking like, all right, you really ain't talking about nothing. Like I feel like some people will be like, maybe we're trying to hold women to a higher level, and I don't think so. I think we hold dudes to that same thing. It's just the fact that, again, they know how to make money. Those city girls know how to make money.
And see,
They making money till I'm twerking, basically.
not to get off subject, but in line with this, we was having conversation off of the show. And this where this transitions into the men or the people that you deal with, whether you be man or woman. What you promote and put out there,
Facts.
what you promote and put out there just completely encompasses your whole thought process about who you dealing with. Like you say, when motherfuckers out here, all they hear is a female rapping about, pay me, nigga, this and this and that for this and this and that. You ain't got to treat me this as long as you got the money. That's when you get niggas that don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Ain't shit niggas.
And the flip, let's get all the way into it.
Hold
Fuck
on, wait,
that.
before
Oh, my bad.
I
My
want to
bad.
lose.
Go ahead.
But another thing too, y'all seen Notorious.
Mm-hmm.
When he was talking to Lil Kim about
Mhm.
changing up her style, I feel like a lot of females. I mean, who hasn't seen Notorious? So
Mhm.
a lot
I
of
haven't.
females. Well, but
My bad.
you know what he said, it kind of stuck with me. Like, you ain't gonna be doing nothing out here if you dress like that. If you just be talking like that,
That's
ain't nobody about to
society.
hear you.
I feel like 2019, we've gotten to, we're in a different, it's this chick now, this bigger chick, I can't remember her name, I screenshotted her stuff, but she just came out with a song, she got a couple songs out or whatever, and people rocking with her. I feel like we're in a different thing right now when it comes to music and just overall acceptance, general acceptance, whether it be, LGBT community, whether it be, chicks, this BBWs, big, beautiful women, you know what I'm saying? White rap, whatever the case may be. I feel like we're in we would be able to accept it because we live in this world where, like, it was the same thing with gangster rap. While there was a lot of us who just liked it for what it was, there are people who listen to that shit and be like, all right, I'm going to go get my gun like them, and I'm going to go shoot shit like them. So you can't, it's hard to have an issue, not with just the dudes, but it's women that listen to City Girls that be like, all right, I'm going to go fuck on somebody else nigga.
Fly me out.
And she will get snatched
out.
up.
Maybe.
They don't tell you that in the
Maybe,
song.
but the more we promote the City Girls, the more little tata-inas want to
They
go
think it's
ahead.
okay.
Think it's okay.
And
That's the problem.
That's the thing.
That's the
That's
problem.
why these female rappers are talking about my pussy so wet, this
Mm-hmm.
and that, because it's selling. They trying to get
They
a
trying to
buck.
run
They
up
trying
a
to get
check, too.
bag.
And you know what's crazy? We not buying that shit.
Right.
I ain't never listened to I listen to Rhapsody shit.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas don't be streaming Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj. Ain't that a bunch of niggas with kids in the Beehive? You know what I'm saying? Like, these, it's almost like it's a lot of things that we do to ourselves. It's the black issue. I'm not going to get too deep off into it, but we'll eat ourselves from the inside out. It be motherfuckers complaining about how niggas ain't shit and these females don't respect their relationship, but niggas is fueling the careers of the city girls.
Yep.
We eat ourselves from the inside sometimes. I ain't listening to the city girls.
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas is fucking on somebody right now who got a girlfriend at home. He ain't listening to the city girls. You know, like we eat ourselves from the inside out. We do it with gangster rap. It took us to come up out of it and then, have a bunch of the shit. People die. The Nipsey shit really hit home to where niggas had to like, all right, we got to take ownership of what the fuck we doing because we fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point in time, Cardi gonna have to stop. Somebody gonna have to challenge Cardi B to stop talking about what happened when she used to strip. Somebody gonna have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If not, we gonna keep eating ourselves from the inside out where chicks gonna be like, oh, I can go strip like Cardi, and then one day I'll probably get money.
It don't work like that, baby. I'm
It's
sorry.
a generational thing too. I mean, just real quick, it's a generational
They
thing.
need to watch the players.
That's what they promote and that's what they want to hear. Like, which is, look, I'm all about the music that has substance. Period. Flat out. Whether
Music
male
gotta have
or female,
substance.
male or female.
Rock
substance.
music gotta have substances. Alternative music,
Yeah,
country music,
everything.
it all gotta have substance, dog.
Yeah.
One of the reasons they don't accept Old Town Road in country, I was watching a thing the other day, it's because it don't have no country substance.
Yeah.
There's a nigga making a mockery, talking about I rap, got my horses in the back. Dude, like, back or what? Like, this has no substance with country music. We don't.
And they
we'll
all
accept,
about feelings.
Yeah, we'll accept some bullshit in the black community in a minute.
They all about.
They all day like my girl left me.
Yeah, it be
And I'm
real
about
shit.
to go
Years ago.
kill her. You like, woo.
Man, music, art, anything worth devoting your time to got to have some substance, man. If not, you're gonna come out unfulfilled.
Cause
So,
I'm scared. Like, especially since I'm older now too. Like, I really do not want my future daughter to be talking about real ass bitch.
Hell
Give a
no.
fuck about a nigga. I won't be like, bitch, you don't know nothing about that.
I got 2 girls, and
Like, what the fuck?
I'll put myself on punishment if I play
Talking
2
about-
girls around my daughters. I put myself on punishment.
That's the culture we living in right now.
Nah.
Sex sells.
Absolutely.
It
very
always
well.
sells,
Big
but
sex
it
But
should
sex
It's
like-
gonna
always
sell.
sold.
Yeah,
Sex
it's
sold
always
in,
gonna sell.
in Roman times.
It's just easier right now. The problem is the standards is just lower.
Mhm.
Honestly, like because
Real shit.
y'all, because I'm gonna say y'all, not meaning the people in this room, but because people will listen to a song that you mumble through the whole fucking song that you can literally only understand like 3 words out of the whole 3.5 minute song, but because people like that shit, guess what? Now you can make a song and mumble the whole fucking song.
Mm-hmm.
It's just as simple as that. Standards are low. If you make somebody have to say something, if you want to play them or listen to them, it'll be different. It ain't no different than anything in life. It's where you set your standards at. What do I say all the time about when women be complaining about the stuff that guys will do that they don't like. You know, if it's DMing them wrong or sending them dick pics or something like that. I'm like, the only reason niggas do it is because somebody somewhere that gave him some pussy off of it.
That's the only reason we so simple minded. That's the only reason why
That's
he do
it.
it.
So the standards are there because he got pussy off of it before. That's why he does it. That's everything in life. Wherever you
look.
set the standards is where you're gonna let people go to. And if you let people win at this level of mumbling through a song, guess what? I'm gonna mumble my ass on the way to the bank with a paycheck.
Because guess what? Like you just said, the realization of all of this is whether male or female. It's a situation where you're gonna have people that have standards and people that don't have standards. Like you just said, the example you just put out there. Somebody let the nigga fuck off of a dick pic. It's plenty of women out here that have done that.
Because if he's never gotten ass before off a dick pic, that's what he's not sending dick pics no more. Because he ain't never got no ass off of it.
You don't
But
send
guess
pictures of strawberries and Jello pudding pops,
Right.
Because you ain't gonna get no pussy off that.
Because guess what?
And
I'll be real.
Characters,
The
yeah.
best, some of the, even though some certain relationships didn't work, as far as myself, and I'm just tying this in, as far as expectations and standards, the best relationships I've ever had with women was when they didn't let me do what I wanted to do.
Well, shit.
Talk about
That's
it.
real, dog. That's
And what I
real.
mean by that is
Not
they
being annoying and nagging.
They didn't accept it. It was just like, oh no, nigga, I
Yes.
can't accept that. No, you gotta
Yeah,
go.
that's not gonna work.
And when
for me.
when a nigga get caught with that type of shit,
You
it's
either,
like, oh,
you either
shit.
gonna man the fuck up and
Or
step
leave.
up, or you gonna be a little boy and go ahead and walk
But
away.
that's tying into the whole music thing and everything.
Mhm.
When you putting out certain stuff and making it look like this and that, it's like, oh man, whatever.
Yeah.
Especially when designer put out Panda.
That's
Oh,
what
my-
He
that's
didn't
my
That's
say
what we-
thing.
nothing.
that's
the
what
whole
we-
song.
coming out.
I feel like that's where he was going at without saying the name.
Talking
I
about
still
panda,
don't know
panda,
what the
panda,
fuck he was
panda,
talking about in
panda.
that song.
Nobody
I mean,
does.
I don't know what.
Nobody does.
Some,
And when's the
something
last time
about-
you've
something
heard it?
about Atlanta?
He got
I'm about to say,
Cons in
right, exactly.
And when
Atlanta.
I
last
got
time you heard
cons in Atlanta.
from
That's all
Designer?
I thought.
When is the last time you heard him or that song? That's my thing. So many of these songs that so many of these songs that's out now, people act like it's so hot and it's not. Ain't nobody gonna give a shit about none of these songs in a couple years.
Mm-mm.
Like none of them. Like period. Like I think you're seeing it's so funny because I was gonna bring it up on our show later, but like with the Millennial Tour that just came through here a couple of days ago, I think that's the last great push of a bunch of, and I wouldn't even call the music great, but at least the music kind of has a maybe a timeless type of feel in some kind of way
Yeah.
to it. I don't think you're gonna get that
Yeah, that's true.
from that last 2000 from the end of the 2000s
And you-
era and this
nigga.
whole I told you I'm gonna bring it up on our show, but 2010 to 2020.
I'm gonna bless y'all. I was gonna save it, but fuck, I ain't gonna shortchange y'all. That's crazy because
That's real.
they accelerated it. You don't really get niggas in their 20s and 30s, early 30s doing Millennium tours.
Yeah.
Usually niggas is Bobby Brown age and New
Yeah.
Edition
Going
go
on
back
50.
on tour.
They covered out
And they
with
like
the tour.
55. Nigga, if you gotta hit your Millennium Tour at 29, you got a problem, dog.
Yeah.
Like that mean your music about to go off a cliff.
It's over.
It's over for you.
Man, ain't nobody heard no bum bum bum. in a
That
minute.
because they got music you right. Because Omarion got music that'll like ease you into R&B, but then once you learn about R&B, you don't
not
listen to
listening
Omarion.
no more. You like that was just the appetite.
That was the
I got into
appetizer.
all of this now.
Like, oh, this is
Yeah.
what R&B is.
Yeah.
Then you start fucking with Pretty Ricky after you heard New Edition.
Oh, God.
Or after you done heard the Isley Brothers and some real shit that can like mellow you out on a Saturday.
Okay, so
That's
where
fucked
Chingy
up.
at in this category?
Chingy is done. Like this is that nigga
Yo,
hanging
right?
on by
He
a
was
thread.
talking about right. He was doing the chicken head. I seen.
I think he was done
like,
before this tour. He only got one song that people really
Shit.
reference.
No, I heard
I like
people
the way
was
you do
really
that right
lit.
there.
I heard
That's
people
his
was
biggest
really
hit.
turned up when the Yin Yang Twins came out.
But they
Those my dudes.
They-
Right.
Yeah.
But
It's so
still,
wide
she said
nostalgic.
that was my
Yeah.
friend told me that was the only artist that people was really
Turned
like
up on.
turned up. We
I feel
singing
like they got
everything.
bangers. They got
They
bangers.
do
They do.
got
They
bangers.
did.
Mario might be able to hold a crowd.
Yeah.
I think Mario could still survive
Yeah,
in this
Mario.
right
Mario
now
could do
because
it.
Mario
He
can
gotta come
sing.
out with a
He
good
could actually
song.
sing. He could do a ballad. He could put a real
He shoulda
R&B
did
CD
bring
out.
He could come back
My
out if he wanted to.
head.
Yeah.
I don't think Pretty Ricky could come back out.
No,
Nah,
I
not
don't
Pretty
think
Ricky,
B2K or Chingy could come back out.
I don't think
Chingy can't
Omarion
come
really
back
surprised
out.
so
He
much
look
right
like
now.
He be two-stepping now. Like
Who?
he look like he slide out now.
Y'all got to see this two-step thing.
Stop it.
But yeah, that's crazy, man. That's a hell of a thing to talk about. We gonna talk about that because I ain't never seen a reunion tour of a bunch of niggas fresh out of high school. You know, like them
They
niggas too
all
young to
like
be doing that.
30.
Shouldn't y'all be like coming out with your
Yeah, they all got to be like
Like,
early
this was when
30s.
They all
this when
30.
8701 for Usher came out.
Yeah.
Like this is Confessions. Well, Confessions was 25 for him, but you know what I'm saying? Like this is when like
Faithfully.
so this was after that. 8701 was
They
before
needed
that,
that
right?
check.
8701 was, yeah.
But
That's
this is
2001.
Yeah, you
Confessions,
should be submitting
Confessions
yourself.
was 2005, the summer 2005, I think, or
Early
summer 2004.
30s? Submit
Yeah.
yourself as an R&B artist. You ain't experienced heartbreak. You ain't did shit yet.
Yeah.
You can't be
they-
shutting it down.
They need a badass
Mhm.
tour with the female artists. Like if Missy Elliott had came out,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, I'd have bought
she
them
been out since,
tickets.
what, the 90s?
And you
I'd
know
have
what?
been like,
And
"Get
y'all
your
was just
freak
talking
on.
about that.
Get your freak on.
That might have been the goal. I don't know why that fell through because you did have a little golden age right there with Missy.
Missy.
You had, I mean, a little bit before that, you had the Brat. You had,
Ludacris,
but no, I'm talking about with the females. You had Lauryn
wait.
Hill,
Lauryn Hill,
Eve.
You
yes.
did have a little run. Foxy,
Yup.
even Remy before she went to jail. Like you, I don't know why. I don't know. You know what? Hip hop music just sounds
This
so
needs
good.
to
though.
come back, and this needs to be manifest.
They
So-
fucking with our brain because hip hop sounds so good. So Cardi can come up with some songs they just sound good, but she ain't talking about nothing.
At
I just
all.
wish Remy was rapping on the song.
Right.
At least I don't know. Whatever.
People hype. I like Cardi B, but they just hype her up so much.
You know why I hype up Cardi B? First of all, she
'Cause her
ratchet.
story?
Nah, I don't know her.
She hella
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know her.
But it's just like I like the fact that Cardi B is just Cardi B. Like Nicki Minaj,
I get with that.
when she came out with this English accent, like, hello, I'm Nicki Minaj. And then you switch it up to be Jamaican. You're not you.
Then she was a lesbian at first.
And then
wasn't
she was a lesbian to find out you full blown dyking out in New York before you even came out. Like you was a whole dyke. Like now you got a fat ass and big boobs. Like you're not you. Cardi B came out like, look,
Yeah.
I'm ratchet.
Yeah.
I
I
got
respect
these.
that.
I got these teeth
Yeah.
in my mouth. What's up?
Sometimes we-
I went to go get them out.
We
No.
live in this, but you're right. You know what? I can't complain because
That's
we live,
the
in,
only thing I could say I like.
we live in
she's
this
like-
world where, like, all right, you're right. That's why I was saying other people can be accepted because I guess Cardi can be accepted. But like some people, when they self, you be like, all right, now you got to get out of my house. I just feel like she
You
can be
gotta
herself.
go.
I'm
But
picturing
Cardi, you
her
gotta
putting back
go.
on her shoes.
Yeah.
leaving.
You're like, wait
I
a minute,
respect
this
you,
how
but-
you are. You
But
gotta
Cardi,
get
you
out.
got to get out. I got kids in here.
I got kids.
You got a bikini on,
But one
and
thing she did say though is, I shouldn't. Don't make me your kid's role model, which is true. She's not for kids. I'm not saying like what she's saying is cool and all that other stuff. I was listening to stuff I shouldn't have been listening to as a kid, but it's just,
But-
my mama was listening to the radio.
Let's be real. You a public figure, so somebody gonna try to look up to you.
Yeah,
All right,
but
you know
at
what?
the same
For
time, it's
saying
just
that.
like, but what I feel like she was saying is monitor. If you don't like that, I'm talking about my pussy and all this other stuff, and you don't want your daughter to repeat it, then obviously you need to monitor what your daughter is listening to.
I can't
Put
wait
on
till you
some-
had kids.
Put on some gospel. I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I'm about to
Going to
be
school.
putting on 95.5 The Fish.
Mhm.
We gonna be listening to something.
Okay, so what about when she go to school?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't help
When
what
you at
she
work.
learn in the system, but when she around me,
remember how we was when we was kids?
yeah, I
We-
remember listening to My Neck,
This is
got
all right.
My
caught
Back.
listening
Let's do this.
My-
Come on, man. Let's
just
do this.
like that.
All right, so let's do it. Let's do it. I always say that when it's about to get fucked up. No, this is the thing though. Niggas love to say that. Charles Barkley said it, the basketball player said that shit. I'm not a role model. They love to say that shit.
Mhm.
But if Tidal and Apple Music put the same shit they put on their apps that they put on YouTube Kids, and you couldn't access the shit without your daddy's social security number or some shit. 75% of their motherfucking income would go to, one of the reasons why LeBron and fucking Francisco Lindor with the Indians is so popular is because little 8-year-old motherfuckers want to wear a Francisco Lindor jersey. I know you don't want to be a role model,
but you are.
But you wouldn't be. Half of your jersey sales is going to motherfuckers in junior high school and below.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Niggas is buying. I don't buy posters. I don't buy fucking fat heads to post on my wall of LeBron.
With that same example, like half the time you go to the game because you're taking your kids.
Yeah,
or something
you're
like
taking
that.
your
Like
kids.
I love being at games, but the older I get, I'm way more comfortable watching them shits at home.
Yeah.
She'll get it one day. She got a kid. I bet
she
you.
got a kid. Once culture starts talking
Watch.
that shit,
Watch.
she gonna be like,
She gonna be like, wait a minute.
or
Yeah.
is she? I don't know.
She
But
is.
my
And
whole
then-
thing
No,
is,
go
it's just like, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
But my whole thing is just like, I don't like when people say that either. Like, Cardi B needs to change her lyrics. I mean, but you also need to monitor what your child is listening to. Or if you hear them say it, talk to
Yeah,
them.
that's parents being lazy.
You
Yeah,
need to
that's
talk
it.
to them.
You
Like,
gotta
don't be
yeah,
saying you don't even know what a pussy is.
That's
Shut
true.
the fuck up.
That's true.
They trying to hide so much from kids, and then the kids
Yeah.
learn it out in the streets.
Or,
And
kids being watched by kids.
yeah, and it's like, okay, you getting false information. Let me talk to you about this or something. But
I don't know. They be like, kids
Fuck
don't know
Cardi B.
nothing. Girl, you was a kid. How you think you learned stuff?
That's true. That is true.
Come out the womb knowing everything.
you supposed
Like,
to know what this is.
no, she don't, Meredith.
Meredith, tell her.
Okay. But any last final thoughts, fellas?
No, we had a good conversation
It's
today.
very good.
Thank
Hey,
you so much for being on the show.
For real.
real spit,
Real spit.
You know what I'm saying?
real dope.
You know what I'm saying? That's real shit, man. What?
Great conversation.
Great conversation.
Yes.
But
Mhm.
all I got to say for the people at home and in the back is, monitor. That's all I really got to say, monitor. Because I'm tired of kids. Well, I'm tired of seeing a generation already disrespectful. It's something else.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm not a parent, but I'm just saying, like, this need to change. Somebody need to take the wheel, maybe.
You know what part of to piggyback off of that? You know, part of the problem too is I believe that this generation
Mhm.
was the generation that's happening now, the Migos and all this other stuff and whatever. Majority of this whole generation was kids having kids.
Yes. Ooh, say that.
Yeah.
This is I'm this age. We having a kid. We still in middle school, high school. We still in early high school.
We still trying
Not
to
knocking
cook it.
nobody because it is what
No,
it is.
no.
It's a blessing to have children or whatever the case may be.
Shoot, going
But this is definitely the generation
Yeah.
of kids having kids where
Yeah.
when you talk about parents being responsible
Mhm.
and not being lazy, they friends. They ain't
Yeah.
their parents. They
Yeah.
friends.
Because
So
Woo.
their
no, that's
peers-
real. Because the thing is, you make mistakes in life. That's why you encourage people to have kids a little bit later in life, even if it's your mid-20s. Like I was,
Yeah.
25, 26. You know what I'm saying? But I would encourage you to have them later because through whether you go to college or you just doing young shit in your 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 area, you learn without having the responsibility of another human
Yeah.
fucking up. You're not fucking up two lives while you fucking up. You kind of learn how to fuck up correctly. You know what I'm saying? Before you are responsible for another life.
Yeah. Because you
You-
got to teach them.
Yeah, because life is the best teacher. You got to go through shit. You got to
Yeah.
say fuck this job a couple times and be late too many times, and they be like, "No, I'm cool," and you like, "Fuck, I got fired." You know what I mean? You got to go. You don't want to be doing that shit with a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, where am I get some? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now you done fucked up two people's situation. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you kind of want to go through this life and fuck up a little bit and learn a little bit before you're responsible for another life. So that's real shit.
Plus, we were, just one last thing, we were, when I was in high school, that 16 and pregnant, I think that caught a lot of people For real,
I
cause
thought that would make them scared, but they just
no,
made 'em-
that made oh
don't
my
wanna do
god.
it more.
No, I used to hear people say like, oh my god, you know how much they're getting paid and they're
Yeah.
pregnant and they're on TV.
That's where the Cardis was created.
Sorry.
Cardi like y'all age, ain't she? Cardi,
Yeah, she like okay, right? Like
Well,
25, 26.
Yeah. Surprisingly. Yeah, and sophomore year in high school for me, they all just popped up with bellies. I'm like, okay, y'all was fucking over the summer, huh?
Mhm.
Y'all was fucking.
On the scamming ass
Y'all was-
rich ass nigga.
Oh.
These homeboys from East Cleveland.
Oh, don't do that.
I just saw your shirt too.
Hence the sign.
Listen.
All right. Thank you for joining in on
Thank you
Real
for having
Spit. Thank you guys for joining
Thank
us
you.
today.
Thanks for
having us.
I
Thanks for having us.
appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
Love
you.
y'all.
Real dope podcast, man. Real dope.
Yes, yes.